way that I look at this is almost like it's not the same. It's the same but different. Is the NFL with CTE and concussions? When all of a sudden everybody started looking around like, man, there's a lot of these. Maybe we should take a look at this.
What's going on?
So, in talking to front office personnel, over the last couple of days, nobody's willing to put their foot down on it. But the most common thread that I've gotten is that the compression in the early schedule because of the NBA Cup could be playing a factor in this. So
too many games too early.
It's not just that; it's the compression in the number of games in such a short time period. Like the number of 4 and 6, 5 and 8, 6 and 10 kind of games. Like that's just too many. So the season started this year was October 23rd. I remember when Sauce Castillo, Nick Stauskas, had his breakout performance, his one big game for the Blazers, knocking off the Lakers.
Went to Michigan.
Yep, October 18th. That was opening night. We have moved the schedule back up almost a week. And then you're compressing it by putting that cup space in there. And it was like, well, they get a bunch of games off there, or a bunch of days off there. I think the Blazers have 11 open windows in that period. It's like, no, they're going to play at least 2 games in that. Now, they're going to have a little bit of space there, but you have to have this big chunk to allow for all 30 teams to have scheduling in there. So you do get some rest, some respite there. But that means on the front end, you're just having a lot of travel. You have a lot of games. You have a lot of back-to-backs. You have a lot of home road splits, like all of these things. And the underlying suspicion right now is that compression may be leading to this. And I've heard some people say, just shorten the season as far as number of games. Mm-hmm. Cool. Go to the NBA Players Union, tell them they're playing 58 games. Also, they're giving up 40% of their salary.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Because the TV partners aren't going to allow that.
No, it's not going to happen. No, but a solution needs to be found because you can't continuously run into this. Look, the NBA is such a star-driven league, and we talk about it all the time. It's because they don't wear helmets. You see their face 100% of the time, and the NBA has done a very, very good job of marketing their stars. In fact, dare I say they've done a fantastic job of marketing their stars, and they need them out on the court. So then what's the solution? Start the season earlier, end it later, and just space it out? Is that the best way to look at it?
I think one of the ways that you could do this is, as far as spacing it out, and the NBA is afraid of the NFL, which is why they don't want to go. But start earlier. Bump it back to October 14th, 15th.
Do you really think, we all make the joke that nobody watches NBA until Christmas, right? We make that joke anyway. Do you really think you're going to lose ratings if you start earlier?
No,
I don't think so either.
And keep the same number of games in there, but just have more space.
Yeah. Early season basketball heads are still going to be early season basketball heads. They're not going to be like, well, September, I don't know. I'm still in the NFL. No, you just manage.
Basketball fans are basketball fans.
Yeah, hoopers are hoopers.
So, but if go earlier October, just give a little more wiggle room. Find a way to alleviate travel, to alleviate back-to-backs, all of these things. And everybody's like, well, I did it in my day. These old guys. Sure. And you definitely played a more physical brand of basketball where guys were beating the hell out of each other. But these guys are bigger, stronger, faster, and they're playing. We've talked about this. The 7 seconds or less Suns. Their pace would be damn near dead last in the NBA right now.
That's so funny.
That's how fast these guys are playing.
Because that was like,
oh my God, look how fast they're playing.
World changing. Got Steve Nash 2 MVPs.
Yeah, but that's the thing is these guys are bigger, stronger, longer. I mean, look at the guys who are leading the league right now. Wemby, Luka, Giannis, Jokic. These guys are huge.
Big dudes.
They're huge.
I mean, Giannis and Wemby are 2 of the biggest freaks I've ever seen in sports.
Physically,
not just basketball.
Physically, the only other basketball players that in my lifetime that have existed that are anything more than Giannis are LeBron and Shaq.
Yeah.
That's the list.
I don't know if the world was meant for humans to be as big as they are, but here we are, and play
basketball. And to move that fast.
And they play basketball.
And to play this frequently, and to play this hard, and play this intense. I'm glad the NBA is looking at this because, the Cleveland Cavaliers got fined $100,000 for sitting out Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley.
I seen that, yeah.
And here's the thing. As a fan of the game, I'll share a story. I shared it last night on TV. There's a guy who works at K2 who was like, man, I really want to see Wemby. And I'm like, dude, do it.
You told me this story, yeah.
Do it. I told you this a week ago, hey man, if you're gonna go see somebody in person and you're gonna spend money and you want to see the freakiest of freaks, something you will never see again, go Go spend money, get good tickets, sit as close as you can, and go watch this dude in person. Because it will be something, if you are a basketball fan, watching Victor Wembanyama warm up, just watching him do stuff, because it's like, oh my God, I've never seen this. And that's just one guy. What about the families who have kids that, they go to one game a year,
I know.
or they go to one game every 5 years?
The classic story, yeah.
Hey,
I just want to see LeBron.
yeah. And you know what LeBron has done his whole career? Showed up
He
and
does.
put on a show.
He does usually play. That is one thing that's nice about him, despite all the other outside noise.
And that's the thing is, like, I don't want Victor Wembanyama to go out there and tear his Achilles because he's trying to put on a show.
Yeah.
But they have got to figure this out.
They really do. They really do. And I think in a world right now, and we'll get out on this, in a world right now where the NBA is kind of taking a pretty big PR hit right now, for a myriad of things, not just gambling, but this conversation as well. If you could shore up this conversation, which is not an easy task, it is monumental. If you could shore up this issue in the NBA, I think you'd gain a lot of viewers back and a lot more respect. Because there are guys like me that enjoy basketball but can't take the NBA serious until later on in the year. And you could change that narrative if you're showing me that guys are playing every night. Because that would be huge. And I would probably go to more games. Because I'll tell you, a big reason why I don't go to games is because I don't know who's going to play.
On any given night.
On any given night. And then, and I'm not as hooper nerd as you are to know who the great bench players are on the Suns or the Bulls. So it's like some guy goes out there, Gillespie, for example.
Yeah.
I can sit there and remember, I remember him at Villanova, but I don't know if he's any good in the league. And now I'm watching guys that I don't know if they're any good. So if they could shore up that problem, that would put them in the right direction very quickly.
Look, the 65 game minimum for awards I think is dumb, because I don't want guys to play a game that could risk them getting hurt. But if all of a sudden your stars are averaging closer to 72 games, again, you're playing 82 games. If guys miss a game with a knock here or there,
it happens.
It happens. Guys roll ankles. Guys get hit in the face. Guys bang knees. Guys hit the ground. Like, I told the story on TV last night. Chris Murray, I was walking out of the locker room last night, and I'm like, knee pads, huh? And he's got the big hexagon knee pads on. He's like, dude, I have hit the floor so many times that every time I hit the floor now, my knees just bleed. He goes, I bled through my knee pads last time. He had white knee pads on them. I'm like, black ones, Chris.
Yeah, go to black
ones.
buddy.
He's like, and I kind of looked at him, and I'm like, but then they can't see you're bleeding, huh? And he's like,
Got choices.
So.
All right, we'll take a peek. Blazers play again tomorrow night on Friday, and then Sunday again, so we'll probably circle back on that. Maybe a little tomorrow. It's a big football day tomorrow, but definitely on Monday when we come back. We'll slide over to college football for a hot second. It's really the only thing we got today. We'll have 10 Toes Down at 12:15 as well. You can get those questions in 503-864-6326 or over on the YouTube chat that is up and running again. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but YouTube is back at it. We'll slide. Is there a quarterback already on the move and already shopping talents, and could this be a deal breaker that gets you a national title? We'll go to the desert next. 105.1 The Fan. Coming up in hour number deuce, we'll get to some NFL action here. Talk about the kicking game, how that's kind of changed the NFL. That'll be a fun little conversation. Plus Thursday Night Football tonight, web gems, distractions from good teams. Just the number one soap opera in America, known as the National Football League. But a little college nugget here that we've been meaning to get to over the last couple days that just kind of getting pushed on the back burner. Let's see. On3 is reporting that Arizona State quarterback Sam Levitt, his return to the program in 2026 is doubtful, and that his camp is actively shopping him at, quote, a high level.
Meaning going to top 10 programs. I mean, going like, you want a quarterback for $3 million?
Yeah. This is a Jaden Daniels situation all over again. And funny enough that it's the same program, too. And does Lane want Sam Levitt at LSU? I mean, Nussmeier's out the door. Why not? If
he works for Dilly, I bet he works for Lane.
What's interesting to me, though, is why Sam wants out of Arizona State. You know, we hear on this program, and I think most people on this station, I think we're all pretty big Kenny Dill fans.
Yeah.
And we like what he's building there. They're having a rough year this year, but, they should have beat Texas, as we lament all the time. Should have beat Texas in the college football playoff last year. And Kenny Dill seems to have that program going in the right direction. So before we kind of like get into where he could go or things like that, I'm a little surprised he wants out of Arizona State.
Oh, maybe that next year's lining up to be, because Jordan Tyson's going to the NFL. He's going to be one of the top wide receivers taken. It's between him and Mekhi Lemon. So you don't have Scadaboo anymore this year. You're not going to have Tyson next year. So maybe he's looking around and maybe guys are going to be good, but he wants to put himself in the best possible position going into the NFL.
You're right.
To improve his stock the most. Maybe Arizona State's going to be a 8-win team next year. Good.
Maybe they sneak a 9.
Yeah. But do you see yourself doing what you did last year and going into the college football playoff and pushing a team to the brink?
I don't think so. The Big 12's getting better. BYU's going to be there for a while. Texas Tech is best team money can buy these days.
So do you look at, hey, maybe Lane does take the LSU job. And, hey, Lane, Heisman caliber quarterback? Would that be nice for you? Would you like that?
Yeah, I do wonder where he could go.
Indiana,
maybe, yeah, with Mendoza gone. That's not a bad spot to go.
I mean, he's gone from Rourke to Mendoza, so why not go get a third one?
Why not? Because that's, I think, what's tough is some of these teams that are good programs
Have younger quarterbacks.
They have younger quarterbacks, and even like take a guy like DJ Lagway. All right, not a great year.
No, but they're not out on him.
They're not out on him.
South Carolina's not out on Lenore Sellers.
I was about to use him as the other example, and Julian Sayen's not going anywhere.
Yep.
And Underwood at Michigan. Look, that team is rough this year,
but he's a true freshman.
He's a true freshman, and they got a lot of money invested in him. He's not going
what
anywhere.
What about Georgia? Connor Stockton's on his way out.
There you go. Could be a Georgia spot. Although Sam Levitt seems a little too flashy for Georgia.
Yeah, I don't think they necessarily like that kind of quarterback. But again, it's just like
spitballing
of like, hey.
But still, you're looking around, and there's not a lot of places. Is Haynes King a senior?
I think he is.
Okay, okay. So maybe Georgia Tech walks into that world, but I mean, is Georgia Tech a high-octane offensive kind of program?
With Klubnik out.
What about Oklahoma?
Yeah.
If Mateer goes? What if Arch Manning sucks?
Or if he transfers?
It's wild to think that here we are now that quarterbacks are already shopping themselves. Now, not officially.
Well,
portal doesn't open.
You have to, but with signing day coming up December 3rd, like if you're going to do it, you need to start the process because if you want to get in. It's unfortunate, but that's the reality.
Yeah.
Because you got to hit the ground running.
I'm waiting for contracts in college football, and then it's trades.
Just buyouts.
Yeah, we'll trade you. We'll trade you Sam Levitt, but I want that freshman 4-star you got coming in. Would you do that deal?
Well, no, because
you know what I mean?
Because that kid has to agree to it.
But I'm saying, like, if you sign contracts and make this thing legit, like professional sports, unless you got a no trade clause, baby, you gone.
Well, they won't do that just because of the education.
But I kind of want that.
Sure, but
the education side.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Womp womp.
Because it is still a part of it, regardless of what it is.
I suppose.
But I could see it being a monetary exchange.
Yeah, definitely. You got to buy him out.
Hey, we paid this guy $3 million. You got to pay us that money back. Whatever we've paid to him
on top of what you're going to pay him now. All right, let's get into hour number two. It's a fascinating thing. We'll keep an eye on wherever Sam Levitt goes. He's going to be an instant impact maker if he does, in fact, leave Arizona State. We'll slide into the NFL and a little fun story that came across our world here about field goals, and we'll have a little conversation about the kicking game in general and how it's kind of changed everything in the NFL landscape. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't go anywhere. A loaded second hour. That's Danny. I'm Patrick, 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, the Trailblazers have lost 4 straight and 7 of their last 9. They hit the road for 3 starting tomorrow night at the Warriors for an NBA Cup game. Then it's on to Oklahoma City and Milwaukee for a back-to-back Sunday and Monday. The Blazers currently 6-9. That is 9th in the Western Conference. Week 12 in the NFL begins with the Texans hosting the Bills on Thursday Night Football. 5:15 kick on Prime Video. Davis Mills starting at quarterback for Houston as C.J. Stroud is still in the league's concussion protocol. Josh Allen, meanwhile, 8-0 in his career on Thursdays. The Bills are 5.5-point favorites. And ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting the Browns and defensive end Alex Wright agreeing to a 3-year, $33 million extension with $21 million guaranteed. The 2022 third-round pick was set to become an unrestricted free agent. after this season. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the firm of Harris and Meringue. Weekdays 10 to 1. The Fan Sports Network. 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. The firm of Harris and Meringue. Not ambulance chasing, but plenty of rides in one.
From the hips down, man, it's a disaster.
The firm. Patrick Harris.
And someone crashed their car on the I-5 bridge.
Danny Meringue.
I've had some bad runs.
On the Fan Sports Network. 105.1 and 1080. The Fan.
All right, hour number deuce here. Thanks for hanging with us. If you missed any of the first hour, you can download that, the Fan Podcast, 1051thefan.com, the Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcasts. Cruise on over to the YouTubes, youtube.com/1051thefan. You can rewind, fast forward, except for into the future. That would be impossible. If you missed Josh Pate this morning on with the Sunrise Guys like I did, you can go check that out on YouTube, the Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcasts. Coming up this hour, we'll dive into some heavy NFL here as we are in full swing of NFL life. More distractions in the city of brotherly love. Thursday Night Football and even Web Gems today comes to you by way of the NFL. Now, never in my life did I think we would get to this kind of situation where kicking is this much to discuss. Yet here we are. If there's anything that drives me absolutely bonkers about the NFL, probably the number one thing that drives me crazy about the NFL, it is I feel like every year rules are changing. And kind of not slight little tinkers, but like big stuff. And that sometimes makes it difficult for a casual fan to watch because now all of a sudden you're looking at a kickoff and going, wait, why are those guys standing around? Why is the kicker all by himself? Is this an onside kick? And that's something that drives me crazy. But what the NFL is doing, and to give them their credit where credit is due, they are attempting to find ways to modernize the game and make it more difficult and challenging in all aspects. Kicking being a major one.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The NFL does not wait for things to become stale or stagnant
Or broken.
like baseball or basketball.
Mm-hmm.
They are much more, I don't want to say reactionary, because it's not the right word. They try to get out in front of these things more than anything. And the realization of the kickoff and what it was doing to the game, I mean, it changed drastically. Like there's no return freaks anymore. You know, there's no Devin Hesters.
Nope.
There's no
Ted Ginn Jr.
Ted Ginn Jr. There's like,
Was it Eric Metcalf?
yeah. I mean,
Eric Metcalf. I had his card when I was a kid.
Josh Gordon was a monster in the return game. Like
Loved Eric Metcalf.
those guys, those specialists, don't really exist anymore. Well, they're kind of making a comeback now. So Nate Silver, you know, some people love him, some people hate him, some people ambivalent to him, but he's a data guy. And he has what he calls his bit of a magnum opus for how the NFL game is completely changing on its head. There's a couple different things that are going to go into this. Number one is the equipment itself. Kicking balls, K-balls, used to just be held. And they're brand new, kind of out of the box, and you get to work them a little bit, but that's it.
You usually see a punter or a kicker doing it on the field.
Yeah, like, all right, let's try to get something into this. Meanwhile, quarterbacks have their balls perfectly manicured.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay. There was a change, though, in terms of the K-balls leading into this season,
Yes.
which is why you see some of the much longer field goal attempts and makes, and they get access to those balls earlier in the day than they used to.
Yes, and that is a big part of this. So they're able to shape their balls, if you were. They are able to handle them with care. But yeah, that's right. I said it.
I can only get so many drops here, dude.
Handle your balls with care. But the attempt rate and the made rate of 55-plus yard field goals has gone up threefold since 2022 alone. Like all-time highs. Like just absolutely skyrocketing, which is leading to an increase in scoring. And the reason that this is happening is because the field has been shortened to damn near the shortest it's been in 20 years. The average kickoff start, or the average offense start point in 2005 was 30.5 yards. So that's with the old OG kickback,
The old
or
rule.
kickoff. And it went back drastically when the traditional kickoff went to the 35-yard line as opposed to the 30. It cut back almost 8 yards. And it sat there, and then they moved the traditional kickoff at the 35 with a touchback at the 25-yard line. That bumped it up from basically 23 yards to about 26. It's back up to 30.4 with the new dynamic kickoff and the touchback at the 35-yard line. So teams are starting off earlier, which is incentivizing going for points because there's a risk analysis that's there.
Yeah, where you are on the field as opposed to where they're going to start when you're on fourth down, say even in your own territory, is the difference of 10, 15 yards.
Yes.
And is that really worth it?
And
It's the old Dan Lanning thing. You might as well go for
The
it.
math is saying go for it because their starting position, whether you kick it off or turn it over, is the same.
Yeah, it's not necessarily saying go for it because you have a higher expected chance to make it. It's that if you don't, it's the same outcome. So you might as well roll the dice and see what happens.
Not only that, there's another part of this that we haven't taken into consideration: this specialization of kicking. More and more kicking camps are coming up, and this has been for me at a black hole for the NFL for 20 years. The rest of the league watched Sebastian Janikowski hammer 60-yarders for basically 2 decades.
Loaded.
Yeah, completely hammered with a half can of chew in his lip, and it's like, for those that don't know, Seabass is the all-time leading point scorer for the Raiders. That's how long and how effective he was as a kicker, and that is a real weapon. And now the Giants have gone through their 6th kicker, 7th kicker, 8th kicker, something like that.
I feel like every single day I hear an NFL team is working out a new kicker who was cut by some other team.
And it's when you find a kicker that is worth his weight in gold, unfortunately Justin Tucker, because he's a scumbag, but there's a reason why those guys stay around because they are incredibly valuable. And so if you're a guy now who has a specialization as a kicker, you're working on 60-plus yarders. Like when we see a guy hit a 60-yarder now, that used to be oh my God. Now you see a guy hit a 58 to 61-yard field goal, and it feels routine because the volume of 55-plus yard attempts is through the roof.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like that kid who missed it for Seattle over the weekend against the Rams.
It was a 61-yarder.
61-yarder. And you're kind of looking, there's a part of you that's like,
Come
really,
on,
man?
dude. Yeah.
You didn't make that?
It's like, hey, guys, for the longest time, 63 yards was the NFL record. We're going to have somebody hit a 70-yarder. It's going to happen.
I mean, a 68-yarder happened this year for the kid in Jacksonville.
You're going to get a 70-yard. There are stories of Sebastian Janikowski in high school hitting 80-plus yard field goals.
That's stupid.
That's just absolutely bonkers. He did the same thing at Florida State. And it's we're getting to a point where this is, to me, it's kind of coincidental. It's also worth 3 points. This is the 3-point revolution in basketball.
Yeah, and I always like to laugh and joke that it's the Happy Gilmore 2 situation where they just remove that tendon in their leg, and that's why they can kick so far. But it is wild to think how quickly that adjusted. This graph of Nate Silver, just in 2015, 0.1 field goals attempt of 55-plus yards per regular season game attempted in 2015. That number this year is 0.5. So it's now, that has jumped aggressively.
Yes.
From how many, you're damn near guaranteed to get a 55-plus yarder 1 out of every 2 games. That's wild.
Half the games.
Half the games will have a kick of 55-plus yards or more. And I like the idea that it's field position, which is why you might as well. But dudes are hitting it now.
That's the other thing. There's a couple revolutions going on at the same time. There's the math revolution of the points gained and expected points added and all those kind of things in field possession. But it's also the evolution on the physical side of kickers. But it's also the equipment. It's all 3 things are coming together at once.
Take that same time period. In 2015, you are making that 0.05% of the time. Now you are making it 30% of the time. That's insane. And it changes the game. And it does. I think the best way to look at this too is somebody said, "Why are the scores of games looking so weird?" Remember, we had the same score for the first time in a
Yeah,
long
it was
time.
44-22 or something like that.
44-22. You're like, what? That's not a football score because threes. Now you got to get your math ready with threes. We're all good with sevens.
You got to get your scoregamis going.
Yeah, we're good with sevens, but now we're not as good with threes.
It wasn't technically a scoregami. It did happen twice on that same day, but it had also happened twice previously in the entire history of the NFL.
Okay, it wasn't like it happened like 1980 or something like that.
1965, and then the other one I think was earlier this year.
You're fired. Don't ever get that wrong again, Jeff.
How dare you? Fine. But it for
You
me.
want to
It's,
come push these buttons?
yeah, he can. I don't know
I
what I'm doing.
actually can.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
I don't know what I'm
I
doing back there.
can.
I'm just da.
I'm teasing.
But no, in all seriousness, like the nerd in me loves this because there's so many things coming together in one spot. There's the math and the analytics of it all, which is like just the raw data and the inputs and the outputs, your expected points gained, your expected points lost, field position, and how that translates into more or less expected points and all of the things that come with that. But you also have the physical maturation and development of kickers, but you also have the physical development of the actual implement itself in the football and like Dusty and I talked about this when he was coaching at Banks. The preparation, this is high school football in Banks. And this is not a shouting down on the guys at Banks. They can play ball out there. But this isn't the NFL. The amount of work and care that goes into getting a game ball ready for a quarterback, for a particular style, how they want it to feel. We had Deflategate over this. Like the amount of work that goes into that is nuts. And yet, for whatever reason, kickers who have one job weren't allowed to touch this thing until like right then and there. Yeah, that's going to lead to some differentiation. It's going to lead to some changes. It's going to lead to some more comfort. And so all these things happening at once. And to me, I like this for the NFL because we're getting more scoring, quote unquote, but it's not because we're neutering offenses or neutering defenses and allowing offenses to play. In fact, defense has become more prevalent. Think how many teams we have in the NFL that they're holding teams under 21 points a game. Defense, like the Texans are out there, the Rams are out there, the Seahawks are out there. The Chiefs are out there. Like they're out there. The Broncos are out there. The Eagles. Like there's a lot of really good defenses in the NFL. But scoring's still up because we're having this kind of field goal revolution. It's a cool, for me at least, it's a cool way to see all three facets of the game shine, where for basically the better part of a decade, 15 years, special teams wasn't allowed to shine in its full capacity.
Yeah, it's nice that you can kind of count on kickers making field goals over 60 when you used to not be able to.
You can count on them.
Can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Stream your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long, starting at just $30 for your first year. That's like $250 a month. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. We'll stick in the NFL. It's a Thursday night game tonight. Is it a do or die game for one of these teams? I have a feeling it might be. We'll go there next. 105.1 The Fan. 10 Toes Down coming up at 12:15. Get those questions in. Already starting to trickle in. Things you need help with, we'll give you unequivocal answers. 10 Toes Down. No halvesies, no making it up, no being wishy-washy. Unequivocal.
It'll be a lovely day.
We'll get to that at 12:15, as we always do on a Thursday. Well, it is Thursday. And that means we have, what is this? My second least favorite style of NFL games. Do you care to guess what my number one is?
I don't. Which one is it?
It's overseas
overseas?
games.
Yeah.
It's overseas games. Overseas games.
Yeah.
This side of the hemisphere, I'm okay with. Because that Brazil game was pretty good.
That's still a long way to go.
I
though.
understand that,
In
but
fact,
it's also in the Eastern time zone.
That's further to go.
It's the Eastern time zone, though.
If you're an East Coast team flying to London, it's a 5-hour trip. If you're flying to Sao Paulo, I think it's 8.5 hours.
Yeah, but it's the same time.
But it's a lot of travel.
Yeah, I don't care.
I mean, I think they do.
I don't. I don't mind being on planes.
So
They get paid handsomely to deal
Yeah,
with it.
yeah. Plus, they leave like way days early.
I know, but still, it's a lot. But fair.
Thursday night football is usually not my favorite, although we got a juicy little matchup tonight. Buffalo-Houston. The Buffalo Bills are 7-3. The Houston Texans are 5-5. Before we get into this game, does anybody know what the hell's going on with Keon Coleman? Does he just decide he doesn't want to play football?
No.
Because he just sat out. He got forced to sit out last week.
Mm-hmm.
He was like dancing on the sideline. I guess he's going to miss this week, but nobody knows why.
I don't know what's going on.
He's just being a jerk. I'm not sure. I worry, plain and simple, about this game. It is a Davis Mills start for the Texans. Looks like C.J. Stroud's still a week away.
Yeah, the old brain noggin.
The old ding-a-dong in the head. I worry if Houston loses this job that you can kiss that goodbye.
What, the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're 5-5 right now, but where do they sit in the AFC South? I know the Colts are obviously leading, but I mean, they're not out of it.
I mean, they're in the playoff hunt right now. They'd make
Yeah.
the playoffs. They have the tiebreaker over the Chiefs.
Wow.
No, they wouldn't make the playoffs, sorry. But they're first one out.
So, I mean, here's the crazy thing. This is the one thing I always kind of try to track, right? Point differential. The only teams in the AFC with a better point differential than the Houston Texans are the Colts, Patriots, Chiefs, Broncos, and Bills. That's it.
Say that again.
Colts, Patriots, Chiefs, Broncos, Bills. Those are the only teams with a better point differential in the AFC than the Houston Texans. And if you're talking about the entire NFL, add the Seahawks, Rams, and Lions. That's it. So by point differential, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 8 teams. They have the 9th best point differential in the entire NFL. And that's with an offense that has been neutered. That's how good their defense
is. With
a
really, really struggling offense. Yeah, it is always a benefit to have that kind of great defense because it'll keep you alive for a lot of stuff. But the offense is so concerning, and it makes it look worse when you compare it to a team like Buffalo too. Like, I'm looking at season leaders for these two. James Dalvin Cook III, 182 carries, 7 touchdowns, 968 yards. That's leading the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Leading the Texans is Nick Chubb with 99 carries, 419 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, because he just hasn't been on the field as much.
That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough. However, you can flip that over and you look at sacks. Hunter, it leads them with 9 to Bosa's only 4. And that's probably where your concern is. This, you know what this game kind of is? This game's kind of USC Oregon a little bit.
Sure.
Buffalo, love the offense, hate the defense. Houston, love the defense. The offense is concerning. And we'll see which one of those bends. I also just think it's tough because there's so much to play for. And like you said, both of these teams are still playoff capable.
Yeah.
Especially the Bills. This feels like, though, we're getting into a territory with these two teams that it's like, you got to start making this happen now. Otherwise, people are going to pass you by and you could have serious problems.
Well, the Bills are 7-3, so they certainly have a little bit more wiggle room. But when you talk about like where things are standing in the NFL, just kind of looking at the conference standings right now, in the AFC, the Broncos hold the 1 seed with the Patriots. God, that's so weird that both those teams are leading the conference. The Colts are a game back because they've already had their bye, and the Broncos and Patriots haven't, at 8-2. But after that, the Steelers, because of where they are in the division, are 4th at 6-4. Bills at 5th at 7-3. Then the Chargers 7-4. Jags at 6-4. And there's a lot of meh in there with teams like the Chiefs, Ravens, Texans, all at 5-5. So there's still quite a few teams that are very much alive. And while it feels like maybe the Broncos and Patriots are kind of separating in their divisions, this is, we talk about this like the sorting hat, weeks that we had in college football. And it did, for the most part, do that.
Mm-hmm.
Over the next 2-3 weeks in the NFL, you're going to get that because we're going to wrap up, at the end of the season with division play. And that's really going to sort all this stuff out for the most part. But the Broncos and the Patriots do seem to be kind of running away with their divisions to an extent, with the Bills and the Chargers chasing them. But after that, it's pretty wide open. So to your point, yeah, like it's to go where we go all the time. Identity.
I don't know what the identity is of either of these teams. Well, I do Houston.
I think you do the Bills. It's Josh Allen being a superhero. But
we talk about he can't be a superhero all the time.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like they need to find something, but much not the same as the Chargers and Bucks who were beat up. The Bills are also beat up.
503-864-6326. Regardless of Houston's defense, you cannot lose to Davis, Giraffe Neck Mills. Allen got to take over at some point, and that's what you would expect.
Well, I mean, yes, to an extent, but this Texans defense is, and I will use the same word that I use every time, violent.
There is also a crack stat from our wonderful producer over there notified me that Josh Allen is 8-0 on Thursday games. Not necessarily Thursday night football.
Okay.
Because there must be a Thanksgiving in there.
Okay.
But a Thursday, or it's Christmas, but a Thursday
Good on
game.
short weeks.
Good on short weeks. And that might just be the talent that he has.
Nice to see it. Look, as far as matchups go on Thursday nights, this at least looks good.
Thank God, because it's been rough, dude. If I have to watch Patriots Jets one more time, and the schedule this weekend for the NFL is brutal.
Yeah.
Have you looked at this?
Yes.
Have you seen what the afternoon slate is?
It's nasty.
How did we get here?
Oh, you aren't stoked for Monday night's game between the Panthers and 49ers?
Actually, I am kind of stoked about that because it'll be the first time I watch Carolina from start to finish.
Oh, you aren't locked in for Falcons Saints?
Dude, how is Falcons Saints an afternoon game?
Or Jets Ravens or Jags Cardinals?
Browns Raiders?
Oof. Shador, baby.
I will say the NFL, they need to start caring a bit more about that afternoon window.
Agreed, dude.
Well, the Sunday night game's dope. Bucks Rams?
That's great.
Baby.
Yes, but that Sunday afternoon window, a lot of
sucks.
times you may have like one, like you'll get lucky and it'll be Chiefs Chargers or
Right,
something,
right.
right? But yeah, Jaguars, Cardinals, and all this other garbage that they're giving us in this Sunday. There's not one watchable game in that window.
Well, what they did is they put all their chips in the box of Philly at Dallas.
Yeah.
That's what they did. So I get to hear Tom's braids tell me about how bad Dallas is, but how great Dak Prescott is. And I can't wait to hear his thoughts on the drama in Philly.
Oof.
Bah. I mean, the
I
morning
don't want to watch that game.
The morning window is not great either. Like, does Pittsburgh, Chicago get your sports pants tight? That's got ugly football written
I'm
all
interested in
over it.
Patriots, Bengals, Joe Burrow coming back. Drake May, Joe Burrow? Come on.
No.
Yeah, because you got no Jabbar Chase.
Jameis, Detroit?
Titans, Seahawks. That is going to be the most unwatched game this season, this week. Colts, Chiefs.
Could the Jets beat the Ravens without Lamar?
Probably, yeah.
See what I mean? Like, this is utter and remote garbage.
Falcons Saints is a true
That is-
atrocity.
I'll take the Saints in that game too if you want to play that game.
I didn't pick it on my pick 'em.
I did.
I didn't touch it.
I'm out on Kirk.
I mean, yes, but are you in on Tyler Shuck?
More so than Spencer Rattler.
Oof. Well, I mean, that's like asking what gun you want to be shot with.
That is
Do you
true.
prefer the 44 or do you prefer the 9mm?
Sounds like a current promo airing on our station.
It's like something I heard the other day while I was listening to this Portland Sports Leader. I did mention Tom's braids this weekend, and he is covering the Eagles-Cowboys games. Let's go over to that. The Eagles continue to be as the world turn in days of our lives. What's going on over there? We'll do that next. But first, we'll toss it over to Rust with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, the Trailblazers have lost 4 straight. 7 of their last 9 games. They hit the road for 3 starting tomorrow night at the Warriors for an NBA Cup game. Then it's on to Oklahoma City and Milwaukee for a back-to-back Sunday and Monday evenings. The Blazers are 6-9 currently, 9th in the Western Conference. Week 12 in the NFL begins with the Texans hosting the Bills on Thursday Night Football, 5:15 kick on Prime Video. Davis Mills starting at quarterback for Houston as C.J. Stroud still in the league's concussion protocol. Josh Allen, as Patrick just mentioned, 8-0 in his career on Thursdays. The Bills are 5.5-point favorites. ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting the Browns and defensive end Alex Wright. They have agreed to a 3-year, $33 million extension, $21 million guaranteed. The 2022 third-round pick was set to become an unrestricted free agent after this season. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube and Twitch. And now Window Nation brings you on-demand videos. Watch Window Nation's Window into the Fan.
I'm gonna need somebody's hand.
Web Gem's coming up here in about 15 minutes. Stick around for that. That's everybody's favorite. Plus, we'll slide into the big nooner. We'll have 10 toes down at 12:15. Keep sending them questions in 503-864-6326. We'll get to that. Is James Cook's middle name seriously his brother's first name? How TF did I not know that? Yeah, man. James Dalvin Cook and Dalvin James Cook. Dad is James. That's why he's James Dalvin Cook the third. And his brother is Dalvin James.
There you go.
I think Dalvin went to Florida State. James
head
Cook went to
hurts.
Georgia.
My head
Yes.
hurts.
Or it's the opposite. I always get it wrong. Yeah, James Dalvin and Dalvin James, man.
It's like from what, the old Newhart show. You know, yeah, my name's Larry. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl.
Daryl and Daryl.
I don't think you're allowed to do that, you know.
I mean, you can.
At least I don't think you should.
What if you had two kids with the same name and one was the second, one was the third? Can you do that?
I don't think so. I was talking with Fisher about that.
Ask George Foreman.
But is it like George Foreman the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth?
I don't.
I think Sean Kemp has a bunch
begin.
of kids named Sean Kemp.
Now I'm googling George Foreman.
Wonder what about Antonio Cromartie?
I don't think he has any Antonio Cromarties, but I'm pretty sure Sean Kemp has a lot of Sean Kemps.
Yeah, so there is a George Foreman the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth,
I mean, I guess you can name them whatever you want.
and then there's a George
There's only one name in America you can't name your
Yes,
child.
and then his daughter is Georgina.
Georgetta.
Georgetta, excuse me.
Georgetta.
Oh, I'm sorry. There is a George Foreman Jr. in there as well. And then there's Courtney Isaac, and Isabella Brenda Lilja Foreman,
Go Beavers.
Mackay Foreman, Frida Foreman, and Natalie Foreman. Not to be confused with Natalie Portman
Wait, so look,
and a Leola.
I think, have we run out of fingers here trying to count how many kids George
12.
Foreman has?
He got 12 kids.
So he's up there. That's the Cromartie, Phillip Rivers area.
Well, Phillip Rivers has 8 kids with his high school sweetheart.
Is it only 8?
Maybe 9.
I thought he hit
They're
double
old
digits.
school apostolic, you know. That's more of a religious thing. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Sean Kemp's kids are not all with the same woman.
I'm going to lay out here.
Just going to go out on that
All
limb.
about Phillip Rivers' 10 children.
10 of them.
This comes to us from People Magazine.
So now he can play 11 on 11. He'll play quarterback and everybody else spreads out.
So yeah, as of July 31, 2025, Phillip Rivers has 10 kids.
Dang, he just had his 10th. Have you seen his wife, too?
Hallie,
She is
Caroline, Grace, Gunnar, Sarah, Peter, Rebecca, Claire, Anna, and Andrew.
His wife is like 4'8" buck, if that.
So
That's a lot of babies from a small lady.
Here, this is just squirrel moments. This is from George Foreman's book, George Foreman's Guide to Life, on why he named his kids all George. He said his decision went back to realizing the man who raised him was not his biological father. The joke is that I was too lazy to come up with something else, but the truth is, after I found out I didn't have the roots I thought I had, I made a decision. I would plant some for my children that they could never lose. I wanted my kids to have a foundation that nobody could ever take from them, something they and their children, even their children's children, could depend on if they felt disconnected from their family or their past.
Okay, it sounds kind of lazy, though. I'm going to go out that it sounds like George. George.
I mean, when you're in the house, do you just say 4, Junior, 3, 2?
Now I got that song stuck in my head. George of the jungle, strong as he can be.
Watch out for that tree.
Watch out for that tree.
There you go.
I used to have a George Foreman grill.
Well,
I liked those things.
I
Yeah,
think everybody has
You're
at
in your
some point.
40s and you went to college.
Yeah.
Does anybody still have George Foreman grills? Like, do they still make
Yes,
them?
yes, they do.
I do not
They
have
have
one.
mild improvements to them, including an off switch.
Oh, huge.
Not just unplugging.
unplugging it? Why
So-
didn't we ever think of that?
So, in the military, we were not allowed to have microwaves in our room. Why? Because military men and women are dumb and they will put metal in them. What we could have was a walking fire hazard that is a Foreman grill. Why? Because we didn't have kitchens in our dorms. We had a ledge on the window, and every single person put their Foreman grill there. What is usually covering a window?
Blinds?
Or curtains?
Curtains? Oh, nice.
How many fires do you think have started in the dorms and the barracks by George Foreman grills that are left plugged in over curtains?
But you put them in the windows so it like
The smell goes out.
goes out. Yeah, you don't smoke your house out.
And so what I did was I put mine in there, and then I put like blackout on the windows, like taped it up so that it wouldn't ever hang over. because I like to have, as you know, if we didn't have cameras in here, I would make Harris sit in the dark because I hate having bright lights on all the time. I do everything in the dark.
I think one time I told you I was willing to try that.
Mhm.
I'm willing to experiment with that. But like, what about the computer screens?
Yeah, let's say all of my stuff is all set to dark mode.
Well, me too, but like text line's not dark.
I know. I wish we had the option to go dark mode on literally like the fact that I can't flip up ESPN to dark mode still drives me insane.
Oh yeah, it's super surprising that Danny wants to go to dark mode on everything.
0 dark 30, baby.
I think you just live in that, don't you?
Yes.
Really? You can't turn ESPN into dark mode?
No.
Have you looked?
Yes.
Hmm.
I occasionally check.
Just in case.
Did
It
I
like
miss this?
popped up and they didn't tell you about
Mhm.
it.
You
I-
monsters! You hid this from me.
Hmm.
Every time I'm at like a Blazers game and it's like a scout or other media person sitting next to me and I see their phone and nothing is enabled in dark mode, I'm just like, what is wrong with you?
I just went to settings on ESPN.com
Mhm.
and the first thing that popped up was link to unlock the full betting experience.
There you go.
ESPN bet odds links. Ooh, disable.
There you go. It's
No,
not-
it won't let me disable it.
It's there, but it won't work.
Yeah, and then I clicked over to the video and it's just this tiny little thing that says auto start. So I
Hmm.
turned that off.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe we should do a show without any lights on for kicks.
All right, I'm down.
But
Just see
again,
the
like the
whites in my
TV
eyes.
and the screens and stuff like that.
We'll just have the glow from the monitors and the laptops.
Yeah, do you think that would look bad, Rust? Do you think that would look bad on the old YouTubes?
Well, there's a quick way to find out.
I mean, it'll look like basically a 3-hour long Blair Witch project, probably.
Ooh, spooky.
How does this look? A little mood lighting?
Spooky.
I'm so scared.
Spooky. Somebody help me.
Does this work? Just with a red light over my face?
Well, there went that. When we come back, we'll get into Web Gems, everybody's favorite, and we'll talk some Eagles in the 12 o'clock hour. 105.1 The Fan, Portland sports leader.
Sometimes it's good.
Aw, I've interrupted happy time.
Sometimes it's bad.
Oh, son of a...
It's Web Gems,
What'd you do?
the firm of Harris and Meringue on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 and 1080 The Fan.
All right, this Web Gems do it every single day at 11:45. Coming up on the Big Nooner, we'll get into more Eagles distractions and 10 Toes Down, where we answer the questions that you need help with. Unequivocal answers. No half in it. No wishy-washy. Anything and everything you need. Today's
Don't lie to me.
Today's Web Gems is brought to you by Jamar Chase.
Mm.
I wrote, "Why are you spitting, bro?" I've kind of decided that as much as like I love Jamar Chase,
You're out of pocket.
my love for you has waned a touch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like spitters. I think spitting is really gross to begin with. And to spit on another person is really, really rough. I loved Mike Tomlin's response to Ramsey throwing a punch. Again, I also think less of you when you throw a punch at somebody with a helmet on. But getting spit in the face is pretty gross. And Mike Tomlin came out and basically said, like, you do you, boo. You feeling like that in the moment? I got no qualms with that. And Ben Johnson actually came out and said the same thing.
I mean, he sets the bar very high, and nothing but respect for him, how he goes about his business. He holds his players accountable. I think you saw it even this week, with some of the quotes talking about a player getting spit at and his reaction to it. I mean, he's 100% right as far as I'm concerned. I think he hit the nail on the head. And he just keeps it real and authentic at all times. So the players respect that. You can tell that they play hard. The film's always the resume of a coach is how I feel. And when his players are playing as hard and consistent as they do for as long as he's been doing it, I think that's a huge credit to him.
I know this is kind of a weird thought, and Jamar Chase is serving a 1-game suspension because he spit in an adult's face. Can we have larger suspensions for this
I mean, yeah.
to deter this? Because it's gross.
Here again, this is going to go back to something that I've referenced multiple times over the years.
Some people need to get hit in the face.
Yep. You spit on somebody, whatever ramifications come your way, buddy. That guy rips your helmet off and knocks your teeth out, so be it. That's one of those things, man. You cross that line. Look, I don't want you killed, but what happens to you happens to you. Like you get smacked in the face real hard, somebody suckers you in the kidneys or in the liver. Sucks to suck, dude. That's a nasty, vile act.
Yeah, I don't love the concept of some people just need to get hit in the face. But I do kind of agree.
But
I do kind of agree in the sense of like getting spit on in the face is really disgusting. And I don't understand what's going. I mean, if you've ever spit in somebody's face, like 503-864-6326, talk to me about it and tell me like what is going through your mind and why you think that's a good idea.
I had somebody do it to me. I knocked him out.
It's what maybe the most disrespectful thing you can do to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
It's nasty.
It's really nasty. It's like I would almost blindly. I don't think I can know about it. I'd almost rather use your toothbrush than get spit on in the face.
Yeah,
unknowingly. I don't want to knowingly. But if
Yeah.
like I accidentally, my kids are going through this right now.
But is
They
it
accidentally.
Colin Farrell's toothbrush and Horrible Bosses?
I don't think I saw that.
Oh no. Okay. So
Like if I don't know it's yours and I find out later, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But I didn't know in the time.
Sure.
Still gross, which is weird because our toothbrushes clean our mouth, right?
Yeah.
So what would it be so bad?
Like think about the
using
reaction you
somebody
get when you accidentally somebody's talking and they get the little spittle and hit you in the face. Like it's like, oh man.
else?
But if somebody gets gives you one of those,
Oh, I can't believe you made that sound.
I mean,
That's your answer to everything. I mean, you just
Shrug.
throw Jordan at me.
yeah, just, well, I mean, whatever. But yeah, somebody does one of those to you. Yeah, dude. Somebody said it. Bleep around and find out.
Yeah, It's going to be tough too for the Bengals this weekend.
Get Burrow back. Don't have Chase.
Yeah, that kind of
Whoops.
defeats the whole purpose. Although the reality is that we're going to talk about it tomorrow, but I don't think we need to necessarily. Like, is it too late for Joe and this team? Like, I don't really foresee them
Yes,
going anywhere with Joe. They got a Joe.
they do.
What do they need another Joe for?
Joe squared.
Two guys doing one job. We got to do something about that.
Yeah, come
The
on.
Bengals are 3-7. Yeah, they're done.
I guess you want to get Joe out there to get reps, right? And look good. It'd be too early to call it for the season.
Yeah,
That would be tough.
I mean you're paying him to play.
That'd be a bad look for Bengals organization.
Look, we've talked about this. You're a professional.
Yeah, you got to go out there.
So, and what are you gonna do? You're gonna throw Joe Flacco out there and see if he's still got it?
I think Joe Flacco still got it. He's a Hall of Famer, dude. In my book,
There you
he's
go.
elite.
Mm.
Joe Flacco is elite.
He is. He's the most elite over 40-year-old.
Yeah, I'm still going to take Jamar Chase as my favorite wide receiver in the NFL, but it pains me a little bit.
It's like, come on, man.
You burn the
It's
reputation
like,
a
come
little
on,
bit.
brother. You can't do that.
And that makes it tough.
So, yeah. No, I'm 100% with you. It is tough.
Yeah.
Just saw this totally adjacent.
Shoot.
Almost 80% of the betting money is coming in on the Bills tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, people love Josh Allen.
The line, I think it opened at
5.5.
Was it 5.5?
Well, I don't know what it opened at.
I think it opened at 4.5.
I just saw it at 5.5.
It's up to 6 now.
Up to 6.
Yeah.
So all the money's coming in on Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I mean, if I were a gambling man, my money would go in on Buffalo.
Yeah. I mean, I did. I took him in my pick 'em. In the way that I do it, any team I pick 'em, I also bet in real life.
Yeah.
So
Throw them all in one giant parlay.
No, individual games.
What's the over-under in this game?
44.5.
44.5. 22-22. 24-20. 28-16. Final score.
28-17.
Ooh, pushing the over,
Yeah.
huh? You like the hook.
It's a little bit.
Just a little bit.
The Bills' defense is a little.
Yeah, quarterbacks are in a weird spot right now, that's for sure. I don't know necessarily the biggest reason to throw Joe out there, but I guess you kind of got to. Like you said, professionals are professionals. I think if the Browns had their way, they wouldn't be throwing Shador out there. Did I read a report that the Raiders are getting Aiden O'Connell ready? He's taking reps with the first team.
Well, Gino's probably tired of getting hit back there, so
It's like somebody else's turn.
somebody else come back here and get.
Hey, you
mauled.
over there.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Hey.
Didn't we trade for Kenny Pickett?
Yeah. Well, it's a matter of like, hey, somebody else needs to die behind this lack of offensive line.
I'm tired of it being me.
Mhm. Sacrifice another lamb.
I think they're going to win this weekend, though.
I stayed away from it.
Well, yeah. Don't bet it.
I stayed away from it. My heart said yes because I think Shador is going to suck, but
What if Shador
lights up the Raiders.
lights up the Raiders?
Would I be shocked? No.
Because the Raiders are that bad?
It's the worst secondary in the league.
I would be shocked because he's the worst quarterback in the league.
Probably.
Tyler Shuck or Shador?
I'd probably lean Shador being better, but that's
I think I'm on all Shucky.
that's like the
whole time.
Russians when they would send one rifle out with 3 men and you hope to be the last guy alive and pick it up.
I think I'm taking. I think I'll take old Shucky on that one.
I mean, I'm not
He's got a better arm.
I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, can't be mad at
I'm
me.
not
I
sitting
didn't
here
do
going,
anything.
"How dare you?"
I didn't do anything. You
Yeah.
can't be mad at me.
Oh, I can trust me. Give me some. I can be mad at you for it.
All right, coming up here on the Big Nooner, we'll get into more distractions in the Eagles. We've got some cool sound bites from Jason Kelsey talking about stuff, and also Jalen Hurts, as everybody seems to be blaming the quarterback in Philly. Maybe it's Geno Smith's fault Phillies have issues. He says to blame him on everything. So we got a loaded nooner plus 10 toes down at 12:15, 503-864-6326, or the YouTube chat. Get those questions in. Hang out with us. One more hour to go. Portland Sports Leader, 105.1 The Fan.
I'm
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Jeff Rust here with your Sports Center update. First on The Fan, the Trailblazers have lost 4 straight and 7 of their last 9. They hit the road for 3. Starting tomorrow night at the Warriors for an NBA Cup game. Then it's on to Oklahoma City and Milwaukee for a back-to-back Sunday and Monday. The Blazers are currently 6-9, 9th in the Western Conference. Over in the NFL, Week 12 begins with the Texans hosting the Bills for Thursday Night Football. It's a 5:15 kick on Prime Video. Davis Mills starting at quarterback for Houston again, as C.J. Stroud still in the league's concussion protocol. Josh Allen, on the other hand, he is 8-0 in his career on Thursdays. The Bills are 5.5-point favorites. And ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting the Browns and defensive end Alex Wright have agreed to a 3-year, $33 million extension, $21 million guaranteed. The 2022 third-round pick was set to become an unrestricted free agent after this season. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of dirt and spray. Weekday mornings 6 to 10 a.m. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 a.m.
All right, 2 down, 1 to go here. Portland Sports Leader. This is the firm of Harris and Meringue. We do this every single Monday through Friday from 10 to 1. Coming up after us is Ducks Insider from 1 to 2. Then the Fan Happy Hour from 2 to 3 with Luke Anderson. And then it's prime time, baby. 3 to 7, take you all the way home. Plus, bonus coverage on a Thursday. Recruiting with Andrew Nemec from 7 to 8, wrapping up 14 hours of live, local, regional, continuous sports talk radio. Plus 550, huh?
Yep. If you cast your bets, you cast your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
Cast your bets. See, I should have bet on that because I would have won money with inside information.
I always make it back before the commercial break. Come on now. I have mastered the speed poop.
I don't know if you needed to share that.
I don't care. Look, man, it's the pre-workout. It happens. It happens.
I definitely try to keep a lot of things like that to myself.
It's because you're a coward.
No.
The YouTube's got it.
Of course they are.
The YouTube's got it. Look, I picked up on you giving a longer tease, and it was going to give me a little bit of a early start on the long commercial break, and so I took my opportunity. I seized the day, as
Praise
it were.
be for you. Sticking in the NFL before we get to 10 toes down here in 15 minutes. The Philadelphia Eagles, we talked about them the other day and kind of what's going on in their dysfunction situation going on. It feels like every day keeps ramping up more and more and more. This is, let me play some audio for you. This is Jalen Hurts on kind of the reported criticism of him as quarterback coming from the Eagles locker room.
I take a lot of the responsibility when things are going. I guess I get a lot of attention when things are going well and when things are not going so well. And so I never run away from holding myself accountable. And I think, that's exactly what I've taken the approach of doing. Even when I look at this last game, I take great pride in what we do on offense. I take great pride in how we go out there and play as a team and what our flow is. And so we obviously got work to do, and I think that obviously starts with me. That's always my approach. That's always me looking internally first in everything that we do, and then in due time rising above. What
is going on over there?
I don't know. For a team that keeps winning games, there's all kinds of weird problems and issues and interpersonal stuff that I don't know if it's. I mean, it feels like it's manifesting on the field, but their talent's so overwhelming that they're able to conquer it. But clearly, there's something going on in that locker room.
I'm gonna point a finger here. Okay, I'm gonna go a little out of character. I don't usually do this. I tend to be the ask question guys and show me proof before I see anything. I can't help but think this is a Sirianni thing. The way Sirianni is and how brash he is and the big Dom thing and, chains on your security guard following you around everywhere makes me think it's like a not necessarily a bro culture, but like a place in which you are free to speak your mind in a league where I think only specific people should be able to speak their minds when it comes to critiquing the quality of the team. You follow what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
there?
you got to be good enough.
Yeah, like A.J. Brown, I understand you have some frustrations. I think you should talk to Saquon and Jalen Hurts before you put them on blast in the media. But it feels like, a fourth, the fourth wide receiver on the depth chart who never gets any playing time because he's got studs in front of him is able to say, yeah, man, I agree. I think Jalen Hurts missed that throw. And I think that's just a really dangerous place to be. Travis Kelce was on Sports Radio 94 WIP in Philly, and it's a little long, so bear with me, telling a story about him and Lane Johnson and just kind of how the culture and the team genetic makeup can work throughout a season.
Me and Lane Johnson one year at the end of Chip Kelly's career, Lane made a comment in the media, said something along the lines of, we're the up-tempo offense is way too hard on us in practice, and we're working too difficult, and guys are getting fatigued. And I remember reading that, and I'm like, dude, and I went out and said something in the media and said, what does Lane know? Lane's only been with the Philadelphia Eagles. How does he know what it feels like to do other practices? He's only practiced with Chip Kelly. So he's saying something and parroting something from what other guys are saying. And, to be honest, I think we're pretty pampered here in Philadelphia. And Lane then made another comment. Lane and I didn't talk for an entire offseason.
Wow.
Lane is like one of my best friends. I love that guy. And this is part of being on a team. There are so many ups and downs. And I've gotten into yelling matches with Jeff Stoutland, a guy that I consider almost like a father. This thing brings out emotions and sides of people because you all want to win so bad.
The stakes are so high.
And, I hate seeing this. And the only way out of this, and I mean this fully, and the only way, you talk to people, you be accountable, you try and work this out. It's not that much different than what you do in your marriage, right? Mm-hmm. You try to be accountable to what you're doing wrong, what you're failing in. You try to take accountability to alleviate the burden off of other people. These are the ways you maintain relationships and maintain a team functionality. And I think that, there's been reports of this over 2 or 3 years, and the team has still been massively successful. I think that by and large, the body of work that Jalen has put out there, you can't deny, in my opinion. And I think that you have to continue to work through this, and the only way to do that is to be accountable and to try and work together and maintain these relationships in a healthy way.
That's a lot, but
it is a lot. But dare I say, Jason Kelce might be the guy that knows that locker room better than anybody else.
He was not just a Hall of Fame center; he was also the heartbeat of that team.
There's a reason why he is as famous as he is.
Yes,
right
now. It's not just because he's a cool dude; it's because he was the leader.
Mm-hmm.
He was the guy. Yeah, he was dressed up as the Swami at the parade and was
had his shirt off in Kansas City.
You know who he reminds me of? It's Big Papi. It's David Ortiz.
Okay, I follow.
There's something. He is not just a leader. He is a cultural icon for that team in that city. You know what I mean? There's something extra to him. And so when he says these things, it means a lot. But he's being very vulnerable and talking about, look, man, I spent an entire offseason not talking to my best friend who I play with in Lane Johnson because I was pissed at him.
Mm-hmm.
And those interpersonal dynamics, and he said it without saying it. I was wrong.
Sure.
You've got to talk through these things. You can't put up these walls, and you can't deflect and not engage in those things. Otherwise, it's just going to linger and it's going to hang over you and it's going to be a problem.
But the interesting facet, talking about Big Papi and using that, is things were going great in Boston. They won 2 World Series, and then all of a sudden, video games, chicken, and beer tore that whole thing down. Now they got back to the promised land not too far after that. but they jettison multiple high-end players out of that situation because of it and didn't win because of it. How many times in the NFL have you seen a club having these sort of issues go on to win it? Can you think of anything off the top of your head? Because if I look around the league, you think this is going on in New England?
No.
You think they can win a Super Bowl?
No.
Their record stays otherwise.
Yes.
Do you think this is going on in Denver, L.A., Kansas City?
No.
You
Well,
think-
to be fair, yes.
but behind closed doors?
In different facets. And that's the thing is like, Hurts is not the level of quarterback where he's above reproach. Nobody's going to do this to Josh Allen.
No.
Nobody's going to do this to Patrick Mahomes.
Joe
No one's going to
Burrow,
do this
Lamar.
to Joe Burrow. Nobody's going to do this to Lamar. Hurts is not that level of guy. Now, he may be that level of character, how he works, how he goes about his life. Like, we don't hear about Jalen Hurts doing anything wrong.
No, and that's why I don't understand why all of a sudden everybody is anti him. He's won a lot of games in that program.
And he's
done a
very
lot.
militaristic. He's very disciplined.
And he seems very approachable and likable, and he defers the accomplishments to everybody else.
He never takes credit for anything and takes all of the blame.
He wants Saquon to rush for 2,000 yards. He wants to get A.J. Brown the ball. That's why it concerns me that these guys are continuously talking S about him, especially in the media. Like, I hope it's not this, but are we secretly in a Russell Wilson situation?
Yeah, maybe
Because
he's not
there's
the guy who we think he is.
There's a lot of time there that people within the organization knew what Russell Wilson was before we outside knew. Now, I don't think so.
And the difference is, though, Sirianni's not Pete Carroll. Pete could go to Richard Sherman, could go to Cam Chancellor, to go to Earl's crazy ass and be like, guys, I know we need him.
Knock it off.
I know.
And Sirianni strikes me as the kind of guy that's like,
Well,
he is
you
kind of a
know.
little bitch, isn't
You
he?
know what I mean? Like
gets involved with it.
So, yeah. So it's one of those things where this is why I always say, like, to bring it local, like covering the Blazers. Like, well, you said this, you're just doing this because you're like, no, man, I'm talking to the players. They're telling me stuff that, number one, I'm not going to report, but number two, like interpersonal things, dynamics within the team.
Some listener thoughts, kind of just feels like a Philly thing. The whole city is abrasive and S-talkers for no damn reason.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
It's like they're over here, crying and moaning about a team that just won a Super Bowl, but they're not good enough. They get mad at the Phillies going to World Series. You know what I mean? It's like the Flyers going to Stanley Cups or being in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like, it's like, y'all need to chill.
Yeah, right? Just enjoy what you got.
Joel Embiid wins an MVP, and they're like, yeah, but. You know what I mean? It's like brotherly love. It's like, well, is it? But
it is if I'm trying to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It is if I'm trying to win another Super Bowl. Because winning one is one thing.
Winning
two is a whole
hard,
other
man.
deal.
It's
a whole
hard.
other deal. Especially if you're talking back-to-back.
And the thing is, like, once you win one, especially in football, because in basketball, baseball, hockey to an extent, there's this thing where you can go out there and you're taken care of. In the NFL, life is short. And so the individualistic, despite it being a team, needs and desires and earning potential and all those kind of things, they ram up against each other in every single year. Every single year.
Yeah.
And those, like, fighting and competing against those things is almost tougher sometimes than winning on the field.
Without a doubt. And that is where the challenge comes in with the Eagles, because there is so much talent in there. How many guys in that locker room, another listener thought, how many guys in that locker room are used to being leaders, and now they walk in and everybody has, did someone just decide Jalen's the leader? Is Jalen the actual leader? Is it just because he's a quarterback, or is it because he's a great dude?
Or because he's making that money.
Or because he's making that money. We don't know those answers.
Yeah.
If you're Sirianni, though, I like your comparison to Pete Carroll. If you're Sirianni, you got to tell him to knock that ass off, because you're halfway through. And look, we got a lot of questions.
You can't water the plant. You need to bring it all together.
We got a lot of questions about your offense now, and now we got a lot of questions about your culture,
your team.
And that is a rough place to be, especially with how much talent they have.
I'll tell you what, though, it's a better place to be with that record than it is to be the 3-7 team.
Oh, 100%.
Because
without a doubt.
Because if they conquer this, let's say they spend the next month and they conquer this and they come together, that's a scary team.
Right. I just worry that more often than not,
It fractures.
than actually accomplishes anything. All right, we'll keep an eye on that, as I'm sure the Days of Our Lives event of that will continue to go. We'll slide over next. We do it every single Thursday at 12:15. It is 10 toes down. The questions you have leading into the weekend that you need unequivocal answers for. No wishy-washy. Nowhere in the middle. We'll get to those next. 503-864-6326 and the YouTube chat. This is Portland Sports Leader. Don't you forget it. 105.1 The Fan. It's 10 Toes Down. We do it every single Thursday at 12:15. Got a bunch here on the docket here for a little bit of funsies, as we like to have fun. You ask the question, we give you unequivocal answers. We'll have to start with something simple and fun here, right? Right? Well, Danny, you talked about it earlier of sometimes people just need to get punched in the face. 10 Toes Down. Who would you punch in the face in the NBA?
Dylan Brooks.
10 toes, no question.
No questions asked.
Mine is nobody, because they would all whoop my ass.
Yeah.
But if I have to play along with the game, I'll give you James Harden. I've
Okay.
disliked James Harden since he was at Arizona State.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's my guy.
That's fair.
You have any other contenders?
Jaw.
I just want to shake Jaw.
Yeah.
Like, I love
Knock
him.
some sense
I love
into
him
him.
so much. I just want to shake him.
Dylan Brooks is just a pure utter disdain.
I mean, I guess I don't love Jaw now. The way his game has evolved, quote unquote,
Devolved?
that I don't like that Jaw. I don't like that Jaw at all. I also, it's so weird in the NBA. There's some dudes that despite some of them are really good, some of them are kind of overrated or empty stat fillers. There's some dudes that I just don't like. They give me bad vibes when I look at them. Trae Young. Honestly, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, Jalen. I mean,
I look at Jalen Brunson.
He's
I'm
got
like, dude,
he's got a punchable face.
like, dude.
100%. I love him.
Anybody with the last name Ball.
Yeah. Well, that's not true. Lonzo's really grown on me.
Fair.
LaMelo and
they can all
LiAngelo.
suck it.
No, Lonzo's okay, but LaMelo, LiAngelo, LeVar, 100%.
Yeah. Anybody else rolling around?
President Ball.
President Ball? What is that?
LaMelo. Remember, he's gonna run. He wants to run for
Right. He
president.
wants to run for president. Good luck, dude.
Hector Camacho, Macho.
Anybody else? I don't think so. There was a while there where I really didn't like Kevin Durant.
I see. I've always been a KD guy.
Well,
Well, that's actually not true.
The talent is just stupid.
When he turned away Slim Reaper and Durantula, I hated it. But now that he's leaning into the villain era, I'm all for it.
If you're gonna be a villain, man, just go be a
Just
villain.
go be a villain.
Go be a villain.
Nothing wrong with it.
I like this. Brandon on the YouTube. I'm scared of the person who'd pick Steven Adams. That's a bad choice.
Oh God, do not pick Steven Adams. You were
That's a
losing
bad
that
choice.
one.
Also,
You're not damaging him.
Also, really fun player to watch.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd love to be on a team with him. Everybody says he's great, don't they?
Yes. If you don't like Steven Adams, it says more about you than it does about him.
Let's see. We'll stay a little sportsy here. No, let's get out of sports for a second. This is full circle from a conversation we had at the beginning of the show. What is the more acceptable midlife crisis? Getting a muscle/supercar or getting a 20-something significant other?
The car. That way you're not damaging somebody else.
Trust tree here. I used to date women a lot younger than my age for a long time, so I don't know if that really makes me feel like I'm in a midlife crisis, or maybe I was for a long time and didn't figure out my life until I got with
There
someone
you go.
my own size.
There you go.
Yeah.
Your own size.
Well, I just pick on someone your own size. I was going with that.
Okay.
My wife is not my size.
No, how tall is she?
5'2",
Okay.
$110. She's a tiny lady.
You know, you guys are in the same range.
My wife's taller than I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got married when we walked down the aisle. She got married. She walked down the aisle in ballet slippers.
So she didn't have heels.
And my mother tried to get me to wear lifts. I
Mm.
was like, I'm not wearing lifts.
My mother's trying to get me to get hair transplants.
Ooh, that's
She's been trying for 20 years.
She gonna get you to Turkey?
No, I don't want to. She keeps saying she will, but I don't want to.
Hey, just take the trip to Turkey and just happen to get hair transplants when you're there.
Nah, I'm just gonna be bald.
Also, your midlife crisis starting in your 30s. Does that say anything about you?
Well, I can do the math, and the math doesn't look good. Math doesn't look good.
We're on the back 40 now.
Yeah. I'm on like the back 20 if
Yeah.
you do that math. If I had a midlife crisis, at
Closing in
30,
on the red zone or on the end zone.
Yeah, better get your things in line. Do you know who's getting your stuff, bud?
Do we
'Cause
have any
that's-
legal folks who specialize in wills?
Ooh, we could. I don't know if we have any clients that way.
Yeah.
Well, you could sponsor this wonderful
The
segment if you
firm
like.
of Harrison Meringue, where we talk about divorce and wills.
Get
the
your
things
wills
that are really
lined
good
up.
in your life.
This one just popped up on the old Twitter timeline. This will be a good 10 toes down one. When eating a crunchy taco, to tilt or not to tilt? Do you tilt your head or do you tilt the taco?
Both?
Both. Definitely the head.
That came to us from the New York Jets.
Yeah.
Definitely the head.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
the
tilt. Yeah.
The tilt, yeah.
Yeah.
But do you ever go back to make sure stuff doesn't fall out of the back?
Oh, you do the little tip?
Yeah.
Also,
It's like finishing a bag of chips.
yeah.
Sort of thing.
But do you also, like, if you have a taco that's maybe a little too loaded, do you ever do like the little quick finger drag? Just kind of knock a few little bits off?
That sounds like you're picking vegetables out of your taco.
Well, I'm just saying when they go when they go too heavy with the cabbage.
Well, we do know how Danny feels about shredded lettuce.
You will never get shredded lettuce on my taco. I will murder you. Shredded
Really?
lettuce. Oh yeah, cabbage totally fine.
See, that's why
lettuce. No,
But mom tacos, dude. You gotta
No.
have lettuce.
When I
No.
go for a crunchy taco, I always try to look and see which end has more room at the end, and so I start with the one where the meat is at the closer end of the shell. So then you're less likely
you
to
get
have
the,
stuff
you get a
fall
little
off
something
the
to
back
grab in the
end.
back.
Yeah.
You always want a little something to grab in the back.
People are outraged that we have not mentioned Draymond Green as somebody to punch in the face.
I like Draymond.
I
So
like
be
don't.
it.
Punchable face.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like Draymond.
But I'm a Draymond
I
guy.
can't stand him. Can't stand him.
I
and I
like
would go
Draymond.
tell him right to his face. No, I wouldn't.
No. I'm pro Draymond. I was not pro Draymond kicking guys in the nuts, but I'm pro Draymond.
No, I'm not pro anybody kicking anybody in the nuts, but especially the grape nuts. But I like the way he plays, and I would always love to have a Draymond Green type player on my team. I also watched him in Michigan State, and I always knew who he was. He's just a bad mamma jamma, and I grew up with Dennis Rodman. I never wanted to punch Dennis Rodman in the face. I was like, get out of that man's way. He's scary.
He wears a dress.
I think Draymond's got a little bit of that in him. Of just, dude, just get out of the guy's way. Don't talk S. Try to out rebound
But if he
him.
spits in your face, hit him.
Yeah, if he spits in your face, hit him. Totally. And if you're Jordan Poole, take it.
Oops. I didn't think he had much of a choice. He gets slumped.
That is true. Was that a sucker punch?
No.
It looks like it comes straight up.
It does.
This is coming for you.
Number one, Jordan Poole was egging it on.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So the video's out there. It wasn't completely out of nowhere.
I almost watched the video and then I decided not to.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah.
He slumps him.
I don't love people like dying in front of me.
He didn't die.
Well, I know.
But did you die?
Kind of.
No, you may have saw God for a minute or two. He told you, what did we learn?
This is 10 Toes Down. We do it every single Thursday at 12:15. We'll swing it back and do another double seggy on this as we got some more
hold on, though.
to get to. What's that?
As it pertains to the taco, Fantex line. When able, I put a new tortilla under my taco as an edible plate liner.
Oh, yeah. If I get like food cart tacos, like street tacos, I let stuff fall out all the time.
Yeah.
Then I get a fork and then I just scoop up.
Or if you get really
afterwards.
lucky, and sometimes they give you, instead of the double, they give you the triple. Have you ever
Oh,
gotten one of those?
no,
you
but
get to spare.
A lot of times when I get the double tortilla, I still take one tortilla
Pull one off and throw one in down there.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
need that much tortilla.
God, I love a good.
I'm here for the inside.
I had fajitas at a restaurant the other day,
I'm hungry.
and they hit me with flour or corn. And I just kind of gave them the, I know I look white.
Yes.
But I gave them the, I know I look white, but hit me with the corn.
Hit me with the corn.
Hit me with the corn.
Corn's great.
Oh, it's so good.
It does nothing for you nutritionally.
They just fresh corn tortillas off the grill. You can't beat it.
All right, we'll come back, another double seggy, but first we'll toss it over to the Kahuna with sports.
Hamburgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, the Trailblazers, losers of 4 straight and 7 of 9. They hit the road for 3. Starting tomorrow night at the Warriors for an NBA Cup game. Then it's on to Oklahoma City and Milwaukee for a back-to-back Sunday and Monday. Portland currently 6-9 on the season. That is 9th in the Western Conference. Over in the NFL, Week 12 begins with the Texans hosting the Bills on Thursday Night Football. 5:15 kick on Prime Video. Davis Mills starting at quarterback for Houston as C.J. Stroud still in the league's concussion protocol. On the other side of the ball, Josh Allen, 8-0 in his career on Thursdays. The Bills are 5.5-point favorites. ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting the Browns and defensive end Alex Wright have agreed to a 3-year, $33 million extension with $21 million guaranteed. The 2022 third-round pick was set to become an unrestricted free agent after this season. And over on the diamond, the Mariners announced they will retire the number 51 jersey of Hall of Famer Randy Johnson. In a pregame ceremony in May, Johnson will join Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, and Ichiro Suzuki as the 5th member of the Mariners to have his number retired. Of course, Jackie Robinson's number 42 has been retired league-wide. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Russ from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of Ducks game day. Before and after every Ducks football game this season. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Closing arguments next to send you on your way and finish up our day here. But we're hanging out in 10 Toes Down here on a Thursday, as we always do. Double Seggy Thursday here on that. Thank you for being a part of our day. 503-864-6326 is your last chance. Last chance to get it in. But we got some food stuff to discuss today, my friends.
Go on.
What meat would you rather receive for a Christmas gift? 1 whole cow, 3 whole pigs, 5 whole lambs, 30 whole chickens, or 100 pounds of Dungeness crab?
You can keep your freaking sea bugs.
Dude, that's such a poor take.
No, sorry, I'm good on the crab. I don't. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
To me, that is choice number 5 out of all of those,
Yes.
and that's even.
I hear
admitting
4
that,
choices.
That I can't stand lamb either. So
Wow.
It's down to 2 for me.
I love seafood.
to me, it's the cow and the pigs.
See, it's so when I was in the military, I had a buddy whose family owned a dyed in the wool cow farm, like steak farm, and we would get a half a cow. We had one of those big 6-foot freezers in the house that we had, and buddy, when you get a good, an Angus steak, just a half cow, the steaks you can cut off of that. If you get a whole cow, you're eating for a year.
I think I'd take the whole cow. I love Dungeness crab. I definitely don't want the chickens. I think I'm gonna take the whole cow because of that.
Yeah.
A lot of different stuff. It's gonna go a long way. It freezes the best out of all this.
100%.
I think that's the biggest one too. Because if it's like you got to take a shot at eating it all at once, give me the crab. I'll take the crab on every day.
Yeah. I have zero interest. It's not even on the list for me.
But if I can package it up and freeze it and stuff like that, then I will take the cow.
It would be a cow with the lamb coming in second.
Yeah, you love lamb.
I do love lamb.
Probably the pig second for me. I love crab. I love crab. I love lobster. I love seaweed. I mean, I will eat anything.
Are
that
you
comes
like
from
a
the ocean.
Northeast hipster? Is that are you just a Northeast hipster in the Northwest?
No, I'm from the Northwest where we have all of those things.
Yeah, I know. Come on, man. Nobody out here like crab is not a Northwest.
You've been
thing.
to Oysterville, man? Oysters, razor clams.
We are a salmon country out here.
Sure, but there's also a ton of stuff in the ocean.
I
Don't
know
be
that, but
ignorant
like
of that.
no. But what is the Northeast known for?
Well, they're known for their crab. I'm gonna eat a lot when we go to Baltimore.
As I say,
I'm gonna eat a lot.
And look,
I'm gonna eat a lot.
they take care of us out there.
I'm gonna eat a
They
lot.
they take care of us out there. I guarantee you that whatever restaurant we go to, there will be some seafood on that menu.
Oh man, we used to just go out to the beach all the time. Even when I was like in college, coming home, me and the crew, we'd go out there and somebody make a run to one of the little seafood stands. We buy a ton of stuff and get after it.
With crab for me. There's just something about like, and again, this is illegal. Don't do it. This is all not real. Nobody actually ever did this. But the fact that you catch them with a turkey leg and WD-40 has always been like, huh?
Yeah, dude, I think you're missing out. The Northwest has all seafood and it's all fantastic.
Look, I'm down with fish. I'm not a lobster or crab guy. Never have.
What's funny is I'm not the biggest salmon guy in the world.
Oh wow! And that is one thing we do have. We have the best salmon in the world.
Well, yeah.
I'll tell you what, a nice little salmon Benedict.
Oh yeah. I
don't like hollandaise.
God, just nothing.
Yeah, my buddy Zach here on the YouTube grew up throwing crab pots in the Pacific Ocean all the time, baby.
Yeah, crab is a Northwest thing too.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Who has the bigger claim to it? The Northwest or the Northeast?
It doesn't have to be mutually exclusive.
Yes, it does.
I don't think it does.
It does.
10 toes down, it does not.
It does. 100%. When you think clam chowder, you do not think the Northwest.
You're right. I think Manhattan.
No.
I see what you did there.
Gross.
The red or the white?
I also think of the Mayor Quimby in The Simpsons.
Yes.
Say chowder. Never. That's a great episode. 10 toes down. Take out Lane Kiffin and let's just say it's the jobs and all things considered with them. What job is better, LSU or Florida?
I say Florida.
Really?
Yes.
Because I think the answer is LSU.
I don't think there's necessarily a wrong answer here. For me, it's Florida.
I think the answer for me is LSU, and I think it's because you have Louisiana, which is a great hotbed. Obviously, Florida is too.
Florida's one of three.
One of
Florida,
three.
Texas, California.
But Louisiana is also right next to Texas.
Sure.
And so if you get kids that don't want to go too far away from home, come on down.
It happens.
Come on down.
But there's just something about Florida that...
Go Beavers.
Probably because it's not Cajun adjacent.
You don't like the Cajuns, do you?
Don't like them.
Why not?
I don't know, man. I like the Raging Cajuns.
Dude, Cajun food is amazing.
See, it's not my jam.
Speaking of Cajun food.
Seafood.
You don't like butter? You don't like, you don't like seafood.
Not a seafood guy. I like some gumbo. I can get down on some gumbo.
Yeah, because it's just like sausage and
Some andouille, yeah.
you like my sister. My sister won't eat.
See, I like a good gumbo too, but for me, this is where I'm going to get called an 8-year-old palate again. Chicken and andouille, sure, but I don't want shrimp in my gumbo.
Oh, I gotta have shrimp in my gumbo.
I'm down with the shrimp there, but it has to be the detailed devein.
But you gotta get into like some etouffee, man. Oh, dude, yeah, Cajun for life.
Yeah, you really are a Paris guy, aren't you?
Maybe a little
Betty.
muffaletta sandwich.
Yeah, some beignets. Let's go.
Not my
dude.
jam.
You don't like beignets?
Not my jam.
Dude, it's fried bread with powdered sugar.
Yeah, not my jam.
Yeah, I don't know how you can. I don't know how you can be against beignets.
I'm not against it. It's just not like I'm not actively seeking it.
The thought of 100 pounds of crab, according to the YouTube chat, it's like 15 to 20K cost. That's expensive. That is a delicate thing.
Sure.
You do got to work for crab, though.
That's the thing. To me, it's not worth working for.
Yeah, but you get a bunch of us around, a bottle of whiskey's flowing, and we're all cracking crab, dude. That's a pretty damn good time.
Yeah, you can go get a bunch of crabs with your friends whenever you want.
My friends don't have crabs.
At the sorority house.
We catch them at the coast.
What's the name of the university?
They're taking shots at you, Jeff Rust.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I get this all the time. I'm not ashamed of my food takes.
Mr. Grape Nuts himself.
Yes.
Grape nuts are the worst cereal ever invented. I mean, not even making them with chocolate milk can save that abomination.
I open the box, I put it in the bowl. No grapes, no nuts.
Yeah, no. All I need is a little bit of sugar on there, sprinkle a little bit of sugar, and it's fantastic.
I
And
don't
you
have-
just got to make sure you don't take too long to eat them, or it does turn into cement.
I don't have the issue with grape nuts.
I enjoy
I
grape
also
nuts.
don't eat cereal.
And I did. I loved grape nuts as a kid.
Well, here's the thing, man. Special K with the dried berries in them. One of my favorite cereals.
Dude, I love eating berries high on ketamine. That's what Special K is called, man.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Promo time.
Dude, I can't help it. It's just like I've been to enough jam band shows in the Grateful Dead parking lot scene to understand like that is the cool thing in the world right now. Everybody in the world has got to have Special K. I don't know if I'll ever have cereal for the rest of my life. There's a better chance I have Special K than I have cereal again. I hope not, though. I don't mess around in that
What was
world
that?
anymore.
Ketamine? Oh God.
We do a lot of cereal at our house. We have 4 of
I
those like
know.
hotel dispensers.
Oh, I know. It's fantastic. I love the way you do
keep
it, Russ.
ketamine in dispensers?
I love the way you do
Kids,
it, man.
stay away from this one.
Stay away from this
You
one.
got the parental lock on that one.
Dad, why is there a
Child
combo lock
proof.
on this cereal dispenser?
Childproof lock on the dispenser. That's for when Dad's having a bad day.
Dad, why do you have cereal in your closet?
Why is there a fingerprint lock on this?
Yeah. Why is the combo lock on here 420?
Yeah. 4206969. Yeah. Underscore lowercase x, capital X. All right, that is 10 Toes Down. We do it every single Thursday at 12:15. Thank you for obliging us, you great listeners out there. When we come back, we'll wrap it all up. Closing arguments is next. 105.1 The Fan.
firm of Harris and Meringue is wrapping up for the day.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled.
Which means it's time for the closing arguments. Brought to you by Leskin Law. One-day divorce mediation. Peace treaties, not war plans. Visit LeskinLaw.com for more information.
You want answers? I want the truth.
On the Fan Sports Network.
You can't handle the truth.
105.1 and 1080, The Fan.
All right, that's going to do it for us. We'll call it a day. Thanks for hanging with us today. If you missed any of the show, go back and check that out on the podcast, 1051thefan.com, the Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcast. Also out on the YouTube chats, all there as well, 1051 The Fan at YouTube. You can rewind and fast forward and check things out. A little bit of late news to kind of fill up and finish up this seggy before we send you on your way to Ducks Insider. Marcus Mariota, the guest picker for game day this weekend. Mariota. There are like 35 ways to mispronounce his name.
And Roger Dell got them all.
To the point where I sometimes forget how to say his name. I am so used to saying somebody else screwing it up.
You mean just Marcus?
Marcus. That's an easy one to remember. Marcus.
Marcus.
I am glad that Marcus is the picker this week.
Randy Arizinoza.
Arizinoza is a good one. What's your Everclear guy?
Oh, Art Alakakis?
Yes, there you go. Yes. I'm glad that it's Marcus Mariota. Has Mariota ever done the guest picker? I don't think so.
And he's going in the Oregon Hall of Fame, right? That's why he's down there?
Oh, is that the case?
Yeah.
Is he down there as well?
Because they thought they were going to wear the Mariota jerseys this week. Because Oregon's wearing all black.
So that means you guys are in white.
Mm-hmm.
You should just show up in red.
I mean, they could. I mean, you technically could.
The red wedding.
Just have it be color on color.
Yeah.
They don't. I feel like they don't do that enough in
college.
college.
It also coincides with the Commies being on a bye week, it looks like.
No, all those things. I'm sure they lined it up with his bye week.
But I thought he had a concussion, and you can't fly with a concussion.
It depends on where you are in the process.
He fell to the ground. I was like, oh my God, Marcus, get up.
Did you see? I mean, I know you turned the game off. Chris Murray got smacked last night and stayed down on the floor for a bit. He got up a little wobble-legged, and I was like, You good, brother?
Concussions, man.
I mean, you watch the clip of me running into the glass door. I got stunned.
Yeah.
I told you in the break numerous times. That's right. You weren't here.
I saw that while I was out, and I watched that thing on loop probably about 37 times.
Just for funsies?
And laughed harder each and every time.
Brother, and the sound it made was a...
You can put it on the ball.
So good.
I was sitting where I normally sit, dude, and you just hear this big dong.
Like it vibrated. Like, I don't know if you saw, the door seal around it is ripped off and the door is crooked now.
That's fantastic.
Like, it's not on the hinge properly. Neither am I.
They charge you for that at all?
Nah. They're worried about the workman's comp.
You should file workman's comp.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
An injury was sustained, and I have digital evidence of it.
Yeah.
Well, let's face it. The only injury was to your pride.
Well, no, it literally cut my forehead.
Oh, did it?
Oh, dude, my snapback embedded in my forehead. There was 3 dots from the open snapback. The hat I had, I took a picture of. I'll show you when we get off.
I thought it was just joking when the tweet said it left an imprint on
No, it like the top of the plastic had blood built up on it.
Oh my God.
No, it chunked me, dude. I went on TV with like a pound of makeup on my forehead that night to try to hide how. Like, even then, it was still bad.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, I had a little goose egg. Thank God it didn't get huge.
Walking into a glass door, still better than a Sprague pick.
Oof. Yeah, Sprague in the line's rough this year. I heard him on his picks this year. Are
they not doing well?
Yeah, him and Dirt were both horrendous.
That's why you don't gamble, man.
I'm right now on my pick'em league. I'm like 30. What am I, 32 and 23 or 22, something like that. I'm up pretty good.
I am 1-1. I won
go.
$80 on Cleveland winning the division.
There you go.
Yeah.
Circled on back for that one.
Yeah.
Gambling.
I'm not going to gamble.
No, yeah, you already did. Seal's broken. You can't take that back.
Coming up on tomorrow's show, what do you want to get to tomorrow? Let's see. Bobby Petrino thinks there's structure needed in college football.
Structure needed in his brain.
Hello, sir. You need some help.
Just a lot of da 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 da.
Look, we'll ask the question: are SEC teams a lock at 10-2? Is this the standard? The college football playoff is showing us. We'll get into that as well. Got a good web gem story for you. Talk a little quarterbacks. We'll have final Oregon thoughts. Anything moving the brain, Danny, on Oregon USC as we're getting closer and closer? Are you puckering more? Are you loosening up a little more?
I'm where I'm gonna be.
You don't think that'll change at all?
No. And I said I'm wearing USC gear down there.
Are you going to do the famous sweatshirt and hat that you're wearing here?
Yeah. I may go the different. I have like 5 or 6 different hoodies that I have.
I've still not decided what I'm going to wear.
Yeah.
I have decided, though, that I will not be cheering.
You'll give in 2 beers later.
Nah, if anything, I'll start talking to S.
To who?
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You're lucky. Watch this right here.
John Mateer would have completed that pass.
John Mateer has thrown that ball a dime.
What about Cam Ward?
Cam Ward's overrated.
There it is.
I hate Cam Ward. Throw the ball. Get out of the ball.
You gonna have a Dante for Heisman sign?
Sincerely, Coug Nation. Oh, man. Oh, man.
It's the simple things.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm leaving. The old fan man gave me the drill to go. I'm going to leave about 8:30 to drive down.
In the morning?
Yeah. Leave about 8:30 to get down there. He said I'll probably get down about 10:30, 11, just give me a little bit of time to get situated. I'm not trying to rush and pull a hamstring.
What are you going to do before the game? Just wander and say hi to the fellow peeps?
Yeah, well, I'll probably try to find where, depending on where I park, probably try to grab a little something to eat.
Will you participate in Shout?
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm going to participate in Shout.
I mean, I did it with when I went down there for USC Oregon when Caleb played. No, it's fun.
Yeah.
I gave you crap for it, but it's fun. It's
why'd you give me crap for it?
Because you're a Duck fan.
Have you met?
Yeah. Why did you give me crap? Huh?
Gestures around the room. That's always a great comeback.
Yeah.
Gestures around the room.
Yes, gestures generally.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hey, Duck fans, if you see me, come say what's up.
Yeah.
I got no problem. I'll give you if we win, I'll give you crap. But if you win, I'll give you your flowers. I'll always do that.
It's going to be tough for me. I'm going to have a little battery pack in my pocket because I need to watch Wazoo James Madison at 10 a.m.
Oh, there you go.
On ESPN Plus.
I'm making the trip to Costco and Target to grab supplies.
Supplies?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some hand warmers and little padded thing for the seats. Little
Oh, that's
seat
right.
backpack.
Yeah. Your little tush is going to be uncomfortable.
Can't you rent those there at
No.
the stadium?
I got one that's crimson and gray. It says Washington State alumni on it. Should I take that?
I know season ticket holders and stuff. I think they have those, and they're I think a lot of time already set in their spot. But
I just don't want to carry stuff.
I mean, I'll carry it. I don't care. But I don't know if you know this. I have terrible hips.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we are aware.
So I'm trying to protect that.
forget.
I have to sit in the car for 2 hours there, 2 hours back, and then sit on the bleachers. So I want to protect that.
Closing arguments brought to you by Less Skin Law. Visit lesskinlaw.com for more information. Less Skin Law's one-day divorce mediation, peace treaties, not war plans. That'll do it for us. We will catch you tomorrow on a Football Friday. Toss you over to Ducks Insider is next. For Danny Morang, that's Jeff Rust on the ones and twos. I'm Patrick Harris. Go do something I would do.
Bye.